All right, welcome to session 2 of Golden Wishes, Shadowed Dreams. We have a new party of adventurers this time around, so we're going to go around the table introducing them all. First up, we have Schamus.
I'm Schamus, a human bard. I'm about middle in size, not too extra special. I blend in well in crowds. My instrument of choice is the flute. I'm kind of the leader of the bunch.
After that is Klause.
My name is Klaus Wagner. By all accounts, I appear as a human male in his early 30s, late 20s. Absolutely nothing that makes me stand out. You would not know otherwise that I'm actually a changeling who has been given an assassination task by a loosely organized guild that I belong to, who doesn't even know that I am a changeling. I look however I want, I do whatever I want, and I am an unseen force.
All right. Then we have Watcher.
Greetings, I am Watcher. I am a warforged created long ago for armies of previous forces that ruled these lands. My body had lied dormant for many ages, and I have now come to emerge, and my journey has just begun.
Last but not least, Asha.
I'm playing Asha Engelhart. She's a shade, unaligned, and she has purple eyes, pale skin, black hair in a braid, and she's slender and 5 feet 6 inches tall.
So you all are an adventuring party. You have been around a time or two, done some quests, done some personal missions, so you have some experience under your belt. You are 4th level. You are currently in your home city, which is known as Belseth Lore, which is the capital city of Typhris. It is a fog-laden port city. It is the hub of much trade in the kingdom, and the city is composed mainly of these lurching stone architecture, cathedrals, towers. Here and there you'll even see a dark tiefling spire that might have once stood during the ancient empire of Beltaroth, rising up from the cobblestone. So, you all, though experienced, have not done any recent missions per se. Nothing you could call a real quest or a real job.
And I am short of coin.
And some of you are possibly short of coin. There is a rumor circulating in Belseth lore, and you guys have all caught wind of it, that there is a strange and mysterious woman who is currently taking residence at one of the major temples in town, known as Lore of Lore. And those that say that they have gone to see her say that she is taller than any woman they've ever seen before, and her skin hue is unlike that of any normal person. And when she speaks, it is like the voice of the ages coming through her mouth. Obviously, this piques your curiosity. So you all go to make a visitation.
I have not have heard of anybody that looks like this before.
The 4 of you make your way to Lore of Lore, which is a average-sized temple made of stone in Typhris. Over the front double door of this temple is a stylized, lidless eye. It is unmistakably the symbol of the goddess Ioun, goddess of skill and knowledge.
That's what I got.
Interesting. All right, so you all are now inside of this temple, and there's a woman easily over 6.5 feet tall with deep indigo skin, and strange silvery lines and pattern on her body. And you finally get a chance to meet her, and she just looks down at you and does not blink and does not fidget and says, "My name is Rika.
Greetings, Rika.
It is good to meet your company."
I bet that I would know
Like
a
do a
little bit
religion.
about this lady.
I have a 24 religion.
Your knowledge of religion tells you that she is a deva, a soul who reincarnates indefinitely in service of at least one deity, if not more, and is brought back to this world for purposes that are beyond the knowing of common men. So, you are basically looking at something of a messenger of the gods, someone who is sent here for a reason. This is no accident. My journeys have brought me here. Rather, my recent misfortunes, to be more precise.
Great misfortunes indeed. Tell us about them.
These are interesting times. We are between wars, but that does not mean peace is assured. Though the darkest days of the past still linger on, though many are buried or locked away, I was on a quest from my goddess Ayun to seek relics of the past, shattered remnants of the empire that once carved these lands. Unfortunately, my party fell, and I have been eager to meet those that might be capable of taking up this yoke, of retracing my footsteps, going to this dark tower.
How did these adventurers meet their demise?
They met with the terrible beast outside of this tower that I speak of, a creature of shadow, eyes of flame.
Well, I would say even more importantly than how these last schmucks died is what were they going there for? I mean, you've got a nice
Find
little thing
relics
going
of
on
the
for
past.
yourself, but you know,
Unfortunately, that which had brought them there I am not in possession of. It is a map, drawn by an unknown hand, marking a few locations that are connected strongly to the past of this kingdom. This was the foremost location on the map, a place known as Mag Velarathane. At one point, it was maintained by a tiefling warlock who was dedicated to a sole purpose: the research and the creation of something known as the Chamber of Golden Dreams.
gold.
I'm sorry. My memory is fuzzy as I have recently manifest. The Chamber of Golden Wishes, which is said to grant unto its user unending riches and wealth. We did not find the exact location, for we did not make it fully into this tower. The guardians, this creature, and an arcane warding were too much for us.
Well, gold.
Was there anything else there
What's
besides
that
this
used?
building?
I do not know. We got little further than the entry chamber. It is a ruin from a time, a relic of the past, a monument to an empire that once was. I'm sure there is much more there that I am unaware of. The warlock who built this location, his name was Damus Forsyth. Perhaps a prominent figure in his day, though I don't know many details about him, other than his race, his calling as a warlock, and his passion to create this artifact, if you could call it that.
Like do an Arcana check?
If you could bring to me any knowledge that you could uncover from this location, you would have my thanks, both verbal and otherwise.
Alright. I'd like to do an Arcana check to see like what she's talking about, what kind of power level we're talking about, if that's something that would be within our league or outside of it.
Go right ahead.
I have a 28 Arcana check.
If this ancient warlock Damus was successful in completing such a chamber or contraption or artifact or whatever it happens to be, then its potential is obviously greater than anyone would ever expect to find, short of kings and queens. I mean, it sounds like it's going to produce for you unending amounts of gold.
Alright, sign me up. I'm down. Let's go. Come
The
on.
particulars of the device are obviously unknown to you because you cannot study it in person. It possibly creates large sums at will, or maybe there is an edifice through which coins will, or maybe gold nuggets will flow out of, or maybe it has a sort of a cooldown period it must go through, and the user can activate it only periodically. Either way, you would be richer than anyone would ever expect to be at your status.
My wisdom's 8. I'll do it.
Yeah, my greed is approximately a 20. So we'll go for it. Come on, guys. Let's go. Chop chop.
Are you wearing a symbol of Ayun, Watcher? She notices this. There is more to this than the lust for material possession than these two possess. Surely you recognize that our goddess commands us to uncover the secrets and share them, put them in libraries, give them to the care of those that will use them responsibly, so they will not fall into the hands of the forces of darkness.
Yes, recovering these would be good.
There were others that knew that we possessed this map. If you all do not recover whatever it is that's there, somebody else will.
So I just kind of backtracking here, but I actually don't have a holy symbol. It's just kind of a symbol inlaid in my armor right here at the part of the sternum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just built into it. I'm not a devout follower, but I'm
A layman.
a defender for the goddess.
You do well,
And
though
the
I am
secret.
unfamiliar with your kind, O man of stone and wood and metal.
Aha. Seems like we've both fallen.
Yeah, he's a real brick house. Anyways,
There is a temple acolyte who is nearby, and she is bringing some fresh candles to a table nearby, and she looks at you and she says, I know what you are. You are warforged. Have you come all the way from Mogora?
Yes. It is a far journey, but I've made it here.
You have been far then, strange traveler. Perhaps you have come to be recruited into the Queen's army.
The Queen's army. At this current moment, I would have to decline.
Oh, I am
But
not a
maybe-
recruiter. It merely seems that one of your type was created for such purposes.
yeah, you like all that rigmarole there?
Maybe it's something I can look into on a later matter.
Would you look into it, or would you watch
Ah,
it?
so you have broken from your battalion, have you?
I was awoken several years back. I was discovered in. I had been discovered lying dormant for many centuries and was reactivated. I have been separated from whoever created me. The life I have led now has been on my own accord.
Ah, so you have followed the goddess Ayun to uncover the secrets of your past.
Man, that sounds like one hell of a hangover.
I've also come to learn that I was built to be a little bit quicker and stronger than the ones that were mass-produced. Some kind of experimental one. Maybe that was why I was locked away and never brought out.
Then you truly are different than the tales that I have heard of the metal men hailing from the homeland of the Nakuna.
You say they craft their own?
Of course, it is common knowledge that the Nakunish folk of Gearspire are the engineers of the warforged race.
Mm.
Perhaps your master is from this city.
So many things.
The acolyte also looks at you, Asha, and says, "You will find here only dedication to Ayun and Arathis. We do not worship the Raven Goddess here."
Nor do I.
Of course you don't worship the Raven Goddess here. You must worship her elsewhere.
I don't worship her at all.
Oh.
I am going. Oh.
Is everybody interested in retracing the footsteps of this Deva and her fallen party?
Money, 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 money.
I need the money. It's the only thing I've
He
heard
can
of
give
so
us
far.
good directions, and seems to be lots of loot. I find myself broke also at the moment.
I don't know about broke, but you can never have enough.
Possibly.
I guess
There's more
I
information.
stretch out my
that
hands,
we can
pull out some
uncover.
thieves' tools, and nimbly twirl them between them. I guess I don't want to get rusty now, do I?
You will follow the road south, out of Belseth Lore, says Rika, this Deva. You will take it south for 2 days until you come upon Fort Blackwood. From there, you must traverse through the wilds of the Darkvale. Westbound for at least 3 days on foot, until you come upon this tower. She draws you out a rough map by hand, and her hand is rather steady. She is no cartographer, but she gives you clean enough lines and accurate enough description of the area, combined with your general knowledge of this relatively close region of your home city. You're pretty confident you can track it down. Hopefully, you have a tracker wilderness guide amongst your party. Or not. Well, we'll just be winging it? Okay.
The wilds.
I got a 5.
I'm trained in nature, but maybe.
I find that the city
Sounds
can
okay.
often be quite wild enough for me, and I'm accustomed to her many heights and places to hide.
How could trees be any different? Okay, so, is everybody ready to take off on your journey?
That we be.
Okay. You travel for 2 days down the Typherian Road, which leads south out of Belseth Lore, winds through the Dark Vale Forest. It is a well-traveled path. It is a road that has literally been cut out of the forest. Merchant caravans and wayfarers of every type traverse it regularly. The soldiers and knights from Fort Blackwood patrol it, and they also march along it when they are going out to the various settlements, and most often up to Belseth Lore. So along your journeys, you will come across here and there a soldier clad in heavy armor bearing the tabard of Fort Blackwood, which is a black tree, a stylized black tree encircled. And it is about 2 days' travel on foot. It is an easy journey. It is a cool spring, overcast sky, and the shadowed forest is on either side of you. You eventually come upon Fort Blackwood, which is something of a minor settlement. There will be a trading post, a basic wayfarer's inn, and just a few residential villages where some farmers have taken up stead to sell grain directly to the garrison. The fort itself, the actual fortress and barracks, is surrounded by a high wall, and you can't just waltz up in there. You would have to go and speak to a guard if you had need, and they would probably at least question your purpose.
Yeah, we don't worry about the guards, guys. Let's just
Yeah, I
Kinda-
don't like guards, so
Yeah.
let's not. No, yeah.
let's not worry about all that.